If you have arrived here with one hand on your phone and the other one in a Costco size bag of your favorite snacks, you are in the right place, my friend. I've got you. Our current climate is the perfect recipe for wanting to eat all the things. The pull to food is going to be really strong right now when you're in a situation where you're confined to your home with cupboards full of food, stocked up on all kinds of things that may be super tempting for you. And you've added on top of that the stress that goes along with the uncertainty of our current situation. It is really no wonder that you may be finding yourself with a much stronger pull to food. Now, some of you may have already decided that you're doubling down on your health efforts and you're going to white knuckle your way through all of this and not eat all the things. Some of you may have already decided that that's it. You've already thrown the towel in. I was about to say a curse word, but I know kids are at home. So just forget it. You're just going to eat all the things. Now's not the time to look after that. I'm going to invite you to consider that there is a different way, and I'll show you what you can try instead. So the first thing is, let's pause for a minute and acknowledge that our decision to want to eat food in response to this heightened emotional state is actually brilliant. Let me tell you why. Food shifts your physiological and emotional state. That's what we're asking it to do in the moment. So in a moment of heightened emotions that you want to escape from or cope with, or in some way shift yourself out of, food is a solution that works. It does that. So I invite you to forgive yourself for using that as a tool in this way, if you've been hard on yourself for doing it, because it works. And at some point in your life, you were shown or told that this is what we do in response to feeling, that somehow feelings are weakness. Emotions are dangerous. They're things we need to stay away from. They're like problems that need to be solved. And let me tell you, food is a solution. It's just not the best solution. And there are other solutions. So let's talk about what one of those other solutions looks like. I'm going to give you the first part of a 3-part practice in this video, and it is helpful to move through these one at a time. The other videos won't make sense if you do them out of order. And I'm also going to invite you to spend a little time practicing each of them before you add the next, because this is really like a muscle that you build up. It's a bit of a retraining of a system that you've been using to deal with this heightened emotional state for potentially a really long time, okay? So when you feel the pull to food, I'd like you to let that be an invitation to tune in. So this is practice number 1, is feel the pull. Feel the pull. Start to wrap a whole lot of awareness around the times that you find yourself eating. And then as you can back that up, what is that feeling like for you before you actually start eating? What does that pull show up like for you? And get aware of your surroundings. Where are you? Who are you with? What time of day is it? What's your emotional state? What's going on for you in that moment? And just wrap a whole lot of awareness around that pull. Let the pull trigger you to just tune in for a minute. Pull and tune in and ask yourself what's going on. And with this, wrap a whole lot of curiosity and compassion around it. The curiosity is what's going to help you figure this out. Okay? You're not going to recognize what's going on right away, and that's why we practice it. What is going on for me right now? Try to go at this with the intention of finding out all the possible reasons why it makes sense that you're eating. because I can tell you, I know you want to think there are none and that you don't want to be doing this. At the same time, there are a whole lot of reasons it makes sense. One of the biggest ones being that food works to shift your emotional state. So, why does it make sense that you're wanting a shift in emotional state? What's going on for you in that moment? And as you add the compassion piece, where does that come from? The compassion piece comes from recognizing that it's a solution that makes sense. And it maybe has made sense for you for a really long time in your life. Perhaps you know nothing else. This is how you've learned, this is how you've been shown to deal with a heightened emotional state. And you can maybe forgive yourself a little bit for not knowing a different way. And in that forgiveness, you open the opportunity to try and do it a different way. So this is what it looks like. Your awareness, you feel that pull, and just get curious about what is going on in the moment of that pull. That's practice number one. And it is like a muscle that you work at the gym. The more you use it, the more you add awareness to this, the faster you'll move yourself along. So feel the pull and get super curious and compassionate in that moment. You got this. I am rooting for you. I'll see you in the next video.